Simon's just doing another Bunnings run because we need Bunnings.
You never have too much stuff from Bunnings.
What have you got to get at Bunnings, Dale? What's on the list?
Random stuff that just few little ideas I've got about how to make things a bit simpler. Oh, it's a BCF crossroad. I feel like I get eyeballed a lot by, without sounding offensive here, some of the older generation towing a big caravan like this, and they sort of, I don't know if it's looking at me with judgment or with envy or with, I don't know, but they all look at me like, what's that young bloke doing driving with that caravan on? Anyway.
Does he know what he's doing?
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
I don't see grey.
Another one of these classic rookies. Anyway.
When we first got the van, I was starting to think that I was looking really attractive because places like this, I'd be sitting in the car and Simon would be off to the shops, and a couple of people were like really staring, and I was like, yeah, I got this. Looking good still. And then I realised they were all checking out the caravan. And I felt so silly. Look out, ladies. What have we here?
I don't know, what is it, an IKEA?
It's a IKEA fake plant for, I think it was either $5 or $8.
It did not come in this pot. This is a $3 Kmart bamboo tumbler.
Yeah.
Well, and the plant just sits in it.
Oh, hang on.
Kid's down. Just crashed. He just crash bandicooted himself into the tree. I'm trying to create like content magic here. Can you just take that screaming kid somewhere else? So I just stick one of these, one of those 3M. I don't know, these picture hanging things. I think they are. What are they? Command, no damage things. These sticky Velcro things. So I just stuck one of them to the back of it, and then I'm just going to stick it to the wall. Literally, simple as that. Be out there. I probably should measure for centre, but I'm not that sort of guy. Having said that, it'll annoy me if it's not in the centre. I reckon that's safe as houses. I don't reckon that's going anywhere. And it'll keep the wife happy, and happy wife. Can't remember the rest of that expression.
Oh, it's so homey. Look at you go. I love it when you do homey things. Yeah.
Because I'm a homie.
What do you think of the new plant, Harrison?
The new plant?
Yeah. Exactly, Harrison. Where is it even? Where is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah!
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you think it makes our caravan look beautiful?
Yeah.
More like home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how did you make it sticky?
Glue.
Glue? But why did you put
So obviously
glue?
the advantage of those stick-on things, as much as I'm staring Harrison up, these things is they come off, and it's a fiberglass skin on the inside of our van, so no damage. It'll come off and wipe away, and no one will even know it was there. So we did a bit of shopping and stuff in Warrnambool yesterday, got a few odd jobs done, and then we just travelled along the coast a little bit further towards Portland, past Port Fairy, and we just stopped in last night at this little free camp actually. I think it's called Saw Pit Campground in the Narrawong State Forest, so it's just about 10-15 minutes off the coast, just up in the hills. Beautiful little bush camp. Plenty of people here. It was pretty busy, but lots of space, good fire pits, toilets, all the sort of basics. Nice little spot overnight. It was nice and quiet. Today we're going to head back down towards the coast, back into Portland. We've got a few more boring bits to do, like get some washing done and things like that. And then tonight I think the plan is a free camp in Portland. There's a 48-hour rest stop or free camp that you can use in Portland itself, which we've heard is reasonably good. The busy little town of Portland was a great little stopover, and a big part of why it was so good was this beautiful little 48-hour free camp that they've provided in town. Great little spot to stop off, flushing toilets, fresh water available. We even got a bit of free Wi-Fi while we were there. Beautiful big grassy area and plenty of space for everyone. It was nice and quiet as well, and it was a great spot to set ourselves up to be able to get some chores done as we ran around town. The historical tram that shows you around Portland also leaves from just near the campground, which makes it really easy. You can just walk down to that. And that was a great little way to get a bit of a feel for Portland, have a good look around, and an informative talk as well as we went along, letting us know about some of the colonial history and the whaling and sealing history of the area. There's also a great little maritime discovery centre at the Visitors Information Centre. I'm pretty sure this one was a gold coin donation to get in, and was a great interactive museum where the kids could get pretty hands-on. Although it was a little bit confronting to see the whaling and sealing history of Portland, it was really interesting all the same. Leaving Portland, this free camp at Henty Park. Just filled up our water, just about to dump our rubbish, and we're on the road. So it's already lunchtime. We had a bit to do in town this morning and stuff, so probably won't make it too far today. We'll just go and have a look at Bridgewater Bay and Cape Bridgewater, then we'll find camp somewhere pretty close by, I think.
What have you been doing, darling?
Well, I went down to get bread. We thought, we might as well, we don't eat much bread, and we thought, we'll treat ourselves to a loaf of bread. Well, in Portland, there's an artisan sourdough bakery. So I lashed out and got us a big, beautiful looking sourdough loaf. So we're gonna chow down on that today.
How much did that set you back?
Look, it's the most expensive loaf of bread I've ever bought, but I reckon it's gonna be worth it. $7 for a loaf. I don't know. That might not be.
That's pretty standard for sourdough dough.
That's I normally buy the $1.50 home brand bread. So anyway, this is going to be a treat. After enjoying that delicious sourdough that we picked up at the Portland bakery, we took advantage of a break in the weather to check out Cape Bridgewater. First stop was the blowholes, which on the day we were there weren't much of a blowhole because the ocean was so turbulent and huge swells were blowing in. But it was an impressive spot to sit and watch the ocean roll in all the same. We then wandered down to the Petrified forest. Now, the Petrified forest got its name from an early theory that advancing sand had engulfed an ancient forest, but the formation is actually a collection of hollow tubes of limestone, which are called solution pipes, and they're eroded by millions of years of rainfall. The process starts when water gathers in a shallow pan of sand and seeps downwards, dissolving the limestone. The mineral saturated water then cements the sand and forms a hard trunk-shaped pipe. Fortunately, the weather was against us, so we decided to head up into Cobberbooney National Park and camped at this beautiful little spot called Surrey Ridge Campground, a great little free camp up there. And we had the place completely to ourselves, which was just magic.
Is my absolute happy place. I love this kind of camping. Give me bush camp over a beach camp any day. This is a beautiful spot, and to have it all to ourselves, it's perfect.
So we just hung out here all day yesterday. We didn't really do too much. We just had a nice chill out day. It was Lizzie's birthday, so we enjoyed a bit of a relax. Didn't film. We're going to do that from time to time. Don't hate us for it. We're going to turn the cameras off and just have a day to relax. So that, and it was nothing to film. It was just us hanging out at a campground. So
prepping for a quarantine border, so can't take any fresh fruit or veggies. So we had to just, I didn't really plan for that when I shopped. So I just had a bit of prepping to do, I guess. Yeah,
so which is good because now we've pre-cooked a lot of stuff, so got a lot of meals ready to go. Yeah, so we'll cross into Mt Gambier, might spend a night there, and then we'll get back out to the coast and see what South Australia's got to offer.
I'm pretty excited about South Australia.
Yeah.
There's been some good YouTubers getting out there, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was there. That looks fun.
Hopefully we can find a brewery, because it's my birthday today, and I don't know, I just really like breweries, so I just feel like a brewery coming on. I can feel a brewery in my...
Feel a brewery?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
is it brewing within you?
It is. So we're all just going to do a quick walk around. So I always do a quick check before we take off to make sure obviously kids are in, kids are strapped in, everything on the vehicle's secure. I put my mirrors out. We obviously don't have the clear views out when we're driving without the van on, and then I do my check on the hitch. So I'm doing my check, making sure chains are on, making sure my breakaway's on, hitch is on. I know with the Cruise Master, if the dust cover's on, that I'm hitched, because it won't let you put the dust cover on unless you're connected. My wiring's on, handbrake's off, jack's up and stowed. Next thing I check is gas bottles are off, Jerry's, and then I just go around and check all my hatches, make sure all my locks are locked. These ones on the Zone are pretty good. They click in when they're locked, so visually you can see very easily if they're locked or not. Check everything. There's nothing we've left on the ground. Liz does the same thing. She's just doing a campground check.
Sure the kids
Generally the kids, although it's sometimes us, but yeah, leaving stuff lying around. Checking everything on the van is making sure my awning's done up if I've had it out and it's secure. Latches on the table are done. Lights are off. Doors locked. Steps are up, awnings secure at this end, hatches again, and we're all good to go. So we'll jump in, fire up the big girl, and
let's see if we can find you a brewery, darling.
Go brewery hunting, hey? Could be worse things to be doing for your birthday than looking for a brewery, couldn't there? All right, we'll see you on the road. In South Australia, that's probably one of the most underwhelming border crossings we've ever done. If we thought the South Australian border crossing was underwhelming, and check this out. This is the sign to tell you you're going back into Victoria. Oh, that's classic. We've made it to Mt Gambier. We've decided to stop in at a caravan park here probably for a couple of nights. We've got a few things to do, a bit of work to get done. We could do with the charge, so we bit the bullet and decided to stay in a van park. Not something we do very often, but doesn't hurt every now and then. There's a playground there for the kids. We'll probably get some washing done, all those sorts of boring things. So we're staying at the Pine Country Caravan Park. It's pretty nice actually. It's only $36 a night for a powered site, which is pretty reasonable. And yeah, nice little family run caravan park. Seems very friendly and kid friendly, so pretty happy with that. No brewery, unfortunately. I can't find a brewery that's open in Mt Gambier. It looks like they're going to open, one's due to open soon, but I think what I'm going to do is just go down the shops, find a bottle-o and grab myself a little treat. I don't know what I'll get yet. Probably some nice beers or something like that. Treat myself to some birthday beers. And just going to duck out to Bunnings too. I've left Liz and the kids back at the caravan park. So I'll just do a bit of running around, a bit easier on my own. It turns out there wasn't a huge selection at the local bottle-o for a treat. But anyway, so I'll grab myself some Little Creatures XPAs. They're not too bad. They'll do the job. I was hoping there was something local or something like that I might be able to get, but no such luck. Southeast area here, known as the Gambier limestone, formed 15 to 40 million years ago when the area was covered by the sea, and now the limestone provides a suitable environment for development of sinkholes and caves. And this sinkhole, the Little Blue Lake, the Cave Gardens and Engelbrecht Cave are some of the examples of the effects of solution activity. So obviously as the limestone erodes, so rainwater absorbs carbon dioxide from the decaying vegetation on the land surface, and it forms a mild carbonic acid, and this goes through the cracks and into the limestone and dissolves the calcium carbonate, which is the main sort of component of limestone. And then these cracks obviously get enlarged into underground caverns, and then they collapse and form sinkholes like the one we got here. It forms steep-sided circular openings, and we call them sinkholes. And many of them in this area are a complex system of caverns. Some are filled with water, like the Blue Lake, and they've presented a challenge to scuba divers with tragic results to several who are ill-prepared for the hazards involved. So yeah, you want to obviously know what you're doing if you're going to go diving some of these sort of things. We're going into Engelbrecht. Is it Engelbrecht?
Engelbrecht Cave.
Engelbrecht.
If you say it fast enough, no one will hear you properly.
Engelbrecht Cave. Say it confidently, like you know how it's pronounced. Into a cave. So we're going to do a little tour. It's about $40 for the family. Go check out inside one of these caves in the area. Fortunately, we just found out we can't film in the cave for whatever reason. We can take photos, but we can't take footage. So we will get a heap of photos. We set off from Mt Gambier to explore more of the Limestone Coast, but unfortunately the bad weather that we'd been experiencing just kept following us. So we enjoyed just driving along and having a look at some of the sights along the Limestone Coast and staying mostly in the car, and decided to continue around the coast and start heading north towards Beachport. So we wound up at this beautiful little spot just near the lake north of Beachport and settled in for the evening. Thanks for watching another episode. As always, give us a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. We'd love to hear your comments. We really love getting all your feedback, and we'll see you next Sunday. And lift it off the car. No, because its brushes are gone in it. It just needs a bit of you just gotta. Is this a bloody Russell Coit episode or something? What's going on?
Raining out here, isn't it?
The setup was incredible. Flawless. Yes, it is raining a bit. Hopefully it won't put too much of a dampener on things.
Looks like we're going out to sea.
Going see something.